Wade Chu.
I'm Bhavita Gopal-Chan.
I'm Jovan Ravello with sport.
And I'm Jamal Ramazan with your weather.
Let's tell you what's making the news tonight. U.S. military flights through TNT airports spark tourism fears and safety concerns in Tobago.
Venezuela's ruling party backs gas cut to TNT, wants to act against any aggression to the Venezuelan people.
When I walk across Ferdie with a megaphone bigger than him, and he's talking about social this and social that, and the small man and the working man and things.
Family, former colleagues turned friends remember the passion of a man who dedicated his life to helping others.
In sport, West Indies batters urged to control proceedings in decisive third test against New Zealand at the Bay Oval.
Some overnight rainfall is in the forecast. I'll have the details in tonight's weather report.
Mounting concerns tonight in Tobago after government's approval for U.S. military aircraft to use local airports.
That's right. Chief Secretary Ferdie Augustin says he was not consulted, while Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar insists the flights are routine, but some warn the move could hurt tourism and raise safety risks. Jesse Ramdeo tells us more.
Chief Secretary Ferdie Augustin says he was not made aware of the government's decision to permit United States military aircraft to transit through Trinidad and Tobago's airports prior to Monday's press release from the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs. Speaking to the media, Augustin noted he had not been consulted before the move was taken. But Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar, responding to questions from CNC3 News, maintains that the arrival of U.S. military aircraft is part of routine exercises between the territories, noting that if anything out of the ordinary is to occur, the Chief Secretary will be informed. And despite Augustin's assurance that Tobago will not be made a target, Minority Leader Kelvin Morris says the island is already taking a hit.
I note from hoteliers as well, they are saying to us in the PNM that they too are experiencing a number of cancellation, because the reality is, who would want to take a vacation in a place where there's fear that the military conflict may arise? And therefore, this is the final nail in Tobago's tourism coffin.
According to Morris, several cruise ship calls have already been cancelled due to the developments. He also criticized the response of Chief Secretary Ferdie Augustin, describing his apparent acceptance of the situation as troubling. Echoing and expanding on those fears, political leader of the Innovative Democratic Alliance, Denise Soyafat Angus, who argues that Tobago is increasingly being positioned as a strategic target should a war break out between the U.S. and Venezuela.
First, it was the radar. Now it is military operatives to change and refuel. We continue to be a target. We will be an increasing target at every turn.
Former Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Dr. Amy Brown outlined concerns including preparedness for accidents or incidents, communication with residents living near the airports, the safety of civilian and cargo aircraft, and whether emergency and fire facilities at Crown Point and Piaco have been adequately upgraded for potential military contingencies. Rhonda Hackett, leader of the group Provide Equivalent Equitable Compensation for Everyone, added that residents are concerned about the potential health, safety and security implications of increased military activity. She called for urgent communication with affected communities, particularly those living near Crown Point Airport. Jesse Ramdeo, CNC3 News.
Meanwhile, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says he's deeply disappointed with government's decision to allow the United States to use TNT's airports for logistical support.
He argues it marks a sharp departure from the country's long-held tradition of independent diplomacy.
For me, it's very horrible to see a Prime Minister secretly, disdainfully, dismissively convert proud Trinidad and Tobago into a vassal state.
And opposition leader Penelope Beckles is troubled that much of the information about developments involving Trinidad and Tobago were coming from international media, urging the Prime Minister to address the nation directly on this issue. Well, on the back of that story today, we asked, do you agree with government's decision to allow U.S. military aircraft to transit TNT's airports?
Here's what some of you told us.
If it's beneficial for us in any way, then it should be okay.
Yes, I think it should be a good thing for us as we are the most southerly isle of the Caribbean in terms of surveillance, because before we had a lot of influx of people coming into the country illegally. So having the surveillance, it should have a control measure taking place.
We can't use the airspace. Could we use the airspace? Any problem? Why not use the own? But on a real, I don't think Trinidad ready for that kind of warfare or war going on right now.
No, I don't agree with that decision because the U.S. is in a lot of controversy and it could allow Trinidad to be in a lot of problems.
It is ridiculous because we don't need that. We don't need that in this country, you know.
Well, I don't really agree with them using the airspace and the airports because I think they're making enemies for us in Trinidad and Tobago.
The Secretary General of Venezuela's ruling United Socialist Party of Venezuela, Diosdado Cabello, has made it clear that the party fully supports the decision of the Bolivarian government to immediately terminate any contract or negotiation that involves the supply of gas to TNT.
During a media conference in Caracas, Cabello warned the governments of Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana that Venezuela's homeland will respond to any aggression against the Venezuelan people. He reiterated that TNT has lent its territory for the covert military operations carried out by the United States in the Caribbean, violating international law.
Now to this. One United States senator is tonight calling into question the Donald Trump administration's reasoning for attacking boats in the Caribbean and the Eastern Pacific.
In a video posted to X, formerly known as Twitter, Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy says the Senate was given a classified briefing on the ongoing military strikes.
While he could not reveal the details of the briefing, Murphy insists that the United States has no legal or national security justification for the strikes.
What they did admit is that there's no fentanyl coming to the United States from Venezuela. Venezuela is mainly exporting cocaine, but almost all of the cocaine that is coming out of Venezuela into the Caribbean isn't going to the United States, it's going to Europe. And so we are spending billions of your taxpayer dollars to wage a war in the Caribbean to stop cocaine from going from Venezuela to Europe.
Murphy reiterates that only the U.S. Congress can authorize war and not the president.
Let's tell you what's still to come in the news tonight. Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says legal advice blocked disclosure of Maurice Julian's death, calls the report wishy-washy.
RT workers pin hopes on Prime Minister's intervention as calls continue for pre-Christmas back pay.
And coming up later on in sport, it was a rough start to the Jewels of Caribbean tournament for TNT teams last evening.
New paint feels great, and winning feels even greater. This Christmas, Burgess, Sissons, and Penta are giving you gifts to make you smile. Purchase any 3 gallons of participating products, and you can win up to $4,000 weekly or the grand prize of $20,000. Enter as many times as you like. Promotion ends December 22nd.
Life. What a wonderful journey we're on. Each stage is unique. And at Tata Life, we not only understand, but also appreciate that you'll have different needs at different times. So trust us to protect you and yours with our comprehensive range of financial planning solutions to ensure that you never, ever have to worry. To learn more, contact a Tata Life advisor or visit tatalife.co.tt today. For the many stages of your life, Tata Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley says he was given legal advice not to release the Lisa Morris-Julian report, but he says he wasn't happy with that advice, even though he was guided by it. 1 year ago today, Morris-Julian and her two of her children died in a fire in her Arima home. A report was done into why the fire service took long to arrive, even though the station is only 1 block away. Dr. Rowley said he feels those responsible were not held accountable.
The report that came from the persons who we put to look into it was quite unsatisfactory. To me, it was more of a covering for who was responsible, and certain questions had not been answered. And I'm hoping that, the report, it wasn't made public because there's some legal view that it should not be, and I was guided by that. So I don't know what the legal view is now. But certainly I could tell you that I was quite unhappy with the report.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles says if family members made the request to make the report public, their wishes should be granted.
And former National Security Minister Marvin Gonzalez said his predecessor Fitzgerald Hines had already tabled that report at the National Security Council by the time he took over. So it was not his decision to disclose or not disclose the report. Now to this, a political organizer, trade unionist and lifelong advocate for the working class.
The life and legacy of late People's National Movement stalwart Ferdie Ferreira was celebrated today. His family, friends and political leaders gathered to say farewell to a man described as a conscience of politics and a living library of the nation's history.
Doris Prolo and Ignatius Wharton have more.
When peace
Born of humble beginnings, 93-year-old Ferdie Ferreira rose to become one of the most influential grassroots figures in Trinidad and Tobago's political life. Just 4 years ago, his decades of service were recognized with an honorary doctorate of humane letters from the University of Trinidad and Tobago. Former PNM General Secretary Ashton Ford recalled that even in his final days, Ferreira remained a guiding voice within the party, offering counsel to both leadership and the rank and file. Former General Secretary of the Organization for National Reconstruction, Anthony Smart, reflected on Ferreira's long political journey, recalling his sharp wit and famous description of opponents as, quote, political mosquitoes. His fearlessness was also remembered by close friend Dr. Sheila Rampasad, citing an article by journalist Patrick Chukulingo.
Ferdie got up at a Central Council meeting in Balizé House and, in the presence of Dr. Williams, broke the golden rule and laced the political leader.
From an early age, Ferreira's passion for politics was unmistakable, often standing in Woodford Square, megaphone in hand, rallying citizens to action. His deep ties to the labor movement were highlighted by Seamen and Waterfront Workers Trade Union President Michael Anisette, who attended the funeral after he buried his own son. He described Ferreira as a mentor, patriot, and warrior for justice.
And I remember, and I must say it today, that during the last elections, he told, and I'm almost certain the person is here, why it is that the PNM do not have somebody in the labor movement in this election. That was a burning desire of him, and it did hurt him.
Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who Ferreira advised for years, said the country has lost a living archive.
He gives you good advice, and he would not be afraid to tell you what you didn't really want to hear. And after he told you, you thank him for telling you because he steered you away from all kinds of pitfalls.
Opposition leader Penelope Beckles said Ferreira's guidance shaped her political journey.
One of the most important things was listening, remembering Dr. Eric Williams, and most importantly, you just be truthful about what you do in the politics, and the most important thing, stay on the ground.
Following the service, Ferreira was cremated at Clark and Batu Funeral Home. He was remembered for his lifelong service to the People's National Movement, the trade union movement, and the nation. A man whose voice, many say, helped shape modern Trinidad and Tobago. Doris Polo, CNC3 News.
Regional Health Authority workers are frustrated as their chances of receiving back pay before Christmas grow slimmer. Speaking on the condition of anonymity, workers say fading hope has dealt a heavy blow to morale among healthcare staff, many of whom were relying on the expected payment to manage mounting financial pressures during the holiday season. Yesterday, Health Minister Dr. Lakram Bodo dodged questions on whether back pay will be paid to workers who are now protesting their exclusion from the Public Services Association's 10% wage increase. The workers say they still have hope in Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissess's intervention, recalling her campaign promises to support healthcare professionals. CNC3 News awaits responses from the Prime Minister and Public Association leader Felicia Thomas about the workers' concerns.
Meanwhile, opposition leader Penelope Backle says the PM is not surprised that some workers will be left out of the December back pay.
She said they are paying very close attention to the plight of healthcare workers.
I mean, the truth is that when the government gives the impression on the campaign trail and says when UNC wins, everybody wins, the expectation is that it was not only going to be the PSA. I mean, the truth is that, yes, you did your negotiations and yes, you had the president of the PSA speaking on their platform. But the truth is that everybody is suffering. Everybody has to go to the bank.
Several of the disgruntled healthcare workers are PSA members. However, they did not automatically benefit from the December 2nd 10% arrangement. In tonight's Business Watch, Sagicor has announced the merger of its Caribbean operations as Sagicor Group Jamaica is to join with Sagicor Life Incorporated.
Well, Peter Christopher tells us more.
Sagicor Group Jamaica Limited has announced an agreement with Sagicor Financial Company Limited to merge Sagicor Life with Sagicor Jamaica under a single Caribbean holding structure. The merger will see new shares issued to Sagicor Financial Company as consideration for shares in Sagicor Life. According to a release from the company, the combined business would have over $6.9 billion in total assets and over $1.3 billion in total revenues as of the 12-month period ended September 30th, 2025.
As SGC's inaugural chairman, we intend to nominate the Honorable Doddridge Miller, former CEO of Sagicor Financial Company and a singular leader in Caribbean financial services. Sagicor Group Jamaica CEO Chris Zaka will take the helm as the inaugural chief executive of Sagicor Group Caribbean. Robert Trestrail will continue as CEO of Sagicor Life, Inc.
And now for a look at today's energy and foreign exchange prices. Peter Christopher, CNC3 Business Watch.
It's time to check in with Jean-Marc.
We had mostly sunny conditions this morning with a few showers developing over both islands just after midday. We can expect some more showers tonight into tomorrow. I'll have the details coming up just after the break.
So I tell them never ever worry, don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry, if your nice car get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. Always consider, Tattoo is always right here for you. This Christmas season, we hope you never worry. Never worry about a thing. Call 62-TATTLE or visit tattle.co.tt today. Tattle, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Switch on that feeling of home. Switch on happiness. Switch on kindness. Switch on unforgettable moments. This Christmas, switch on the joy with B Mobile.
It's that time again. The lights, the music,
music, the joy, and big winnings at JTA Supermarkets. Cash in and carry on the joy this Christmas. We talking pure excitement and over $200,000 in prizes to be won. 50 grocery shopping sprees to fill your trolley. 50 mini appliances to light up your kitchen. 50 JTA gift cards plus hamper giveaways. Just spend $300 or more, including $50 in Carlton's Choice products. Fill out your entry and drop in store. The more you shop, the more you could win, and the merrier your Christmas gets. Promotion runs until December 31st. Cash in this Christmas only at JTA Supermarkets, where your total bill always costs less.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
A sweet Caribbean Christmas awaits. Here comes the KC Candy Express, bringing joy along the sand. Indulge in the buttery, creamy richness of KC Caramel Chewy Toffees in a decadent assortment of flavors: caramel, coconut, hazelnut, and strawberry. Sweet stockings, filled with sweet, chewy candies, toffees, lollipops, and toys. KC Mini Candy Canes, minty and festive. The classic taste of Christmas. KC Candy, sharing sweet smiles around Trinidad and Tobago.
Fill your sleigh with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Fruit Basket. Goya Spanish capers, 2.5 ounces, $18.50. Carbonella stuffed olive sachets, 18 grams, 3 for $24.95. Valentino non-alcoholic sparkling wine, $19.95. Pringles assorted, 148 grams, $19.95. Quattro cookies, $24.95. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Fruit Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
Yes, you're hearing right. Ham and Grog is back. Yes, listen to me. Ham and Grog is back. Ham and Grog is back. Oh God, Ham and Grog is back. Yeah. That's right. This Christmas, when you shop at American stores in Point Fortin, Arima, St. James, or Tobago, and you spend $500 or more, you're getting free Ham and Grog in your Rokunkatunkas. American stores, bringing Christmas home.
Ah, Christmas, the season of love, laughter, and just a little bit of chaos. Sometimes the ham has other plans. And sometimes you just need to call Granny. Digital Postpaid Family Plan keeps the family connected. Now everybody can be in the Christmas line near or far, starting at $500 for 2 new postpaid customers. Get 200 gigabytes of data plus 1,000 anywhere minutes to share more of those festive vibes that make the season brighter. Because at the end of the day, Christmas isn't about perfection, it's about real connection with Digicel.
Food Basket Marketplace Season of Savings. Arima, Shagwana, Chamflair, and Gulfview. Lamb shoulders 3 pounds for $99. Goat 4 pounds for $99. Tyson leg quarters 11 pounds for $95. Beef ham $149.95 each. Butterball turkey $22.95 per pound. Chicken ham $89.95. Cow heel 5 pounds for $99. Creamery ice cream 1 gallon 2 for $95. Food Basket Marketplace Season of Savings. Arima, Shagwana, Chamflair, and Gulfview.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
My man Andre.
Good night, Anthony.
7 years with the company, and we couldn't do it without Antoine.
Happy birthday, dear Alejandro. Happy birthday to you.
Who's Angelo?
We're like coworkers who don't forget your name.
I'm Angelo.
CG United. Good like that.
Next Monday marks 1 year since the tragic collapse of Rig 110 that claimed the life of Well Services Petroleum Company worker Pete Phillip. His wife Candace continues to cling to hope that his remains will be recovered so she can finally lay her husband to rest. Phillip leaves behind 5 children with Candace. The oldest now 14 and the youngest born just 2 months after his death. He also had another child who is now 19 years old. While the company has continued to support the family financially and assist with home renovations, Candace laments that the process to recover her husband's remains has been too slow. She's been told the long-awaited specialized equipment is now in the country, with stabilization works on the rig ongoing, and that efforts to recover her husband's remains will follow. Well, recently she received some of Philip's personal belongings from on the rig, triggering a wave of fresh pain.
When they had bring home his stuff a few weeks back, like the bag and all those things, she was in school. So when she came home from school and noticed her daddy bag and, remains, things from the locker, she started to cry. She said, "Where daddy?" Like she forget everything. And she started to scream. So I had to calm her down a little.
Well, Christmas, she says, will be especially difficult, but she's trying to keep her children happy. She's decorated her home and make sure there are presents under the tree. Now, Candace says she's still awaiting the findings of the investigation into the incident which caused the rig to collapse.
At the time, there were 75 personnel on board. Only Philip lost his life. Officials of well services were contacted, but up to news time, there was no response. Junior Energy Minister Ernesto Quizar says he has been advised that occupational safety and health charges were laid earlier this year in connection with the collapse of Rig 110.
The minister gave no further details on the charges or which companies were charged through the OSH agency, but he says preparations are in place to resume efforts to retrieve Philip's remains.
Quizar confirms that he has been given oversight of the operation and will be present when recovery efforts begin in the coming week.
Sharmak is back. Sharmak, last night you mentioned that we are going to have some isolated showers for the rest of the week. Tell me that has changed.
So that's expected to still continue. Expected to even get some more tonight as well. So let's take a look at them on the satellite. Now we have a large band of clouds extending diagonally from the Leeward Islands all the way down to our east, and that's expected to give us some showers over the next 24 hours. But behind that, not much to track at the moment. So the forecast for tonight, partly cloudy conditions with scattered showers beginning in Tobago at first, then in Trinidad after midnight. Overnight lows of 22 in Trinidad and 24 in Tobago. Tomorrow, some of those showers will likely continue mainly over Trinidad with the low chance of the odd moderate to heavy shower. Conditions should begin to improve by mid-afternoon to give us a mostly fair evening. Now with the extra cloud cover, the high will be a bit lower than usual and may lead to a cool night, especially if winds are light enough. Sea conditions are still on the higher end of moderate, with waves up to 2.5 meters in open waters and less than 1 meter in sheltered areas. Winds out of the east at 15 to 20 knots. Now looking ahead, tonight and tomorrow may be the wettest period for the week. Then after that, conditions should return to mostly sunny with isolated brisk showers. Now remember, we may get 1 or 2 cooler nights during the second half of the week, so look out for the misty early mornings as well, especially in the rural areas. And also tonight we head over to Lake Michigan, where after successive winter storms, one of the lighthouses was transformed into something resembling an ice monster. The bitter cold temperatures, strong winds, and freezing rain formed curved icicles on the lighthouse beacon. So it certainly looks like something out of a horror movie with those icicles on the lighthouse.
All I could think of is the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yes.
No icebergs there, but certainly a lot of ice.
Freezing cold, yes, a lot of ice.
A lot of ice and a lot of cold. Thank you very much, Sharmak.
Well, still to come in the news. Hunter Paul Campo rescued after 2 days lost in the Guayguayari forest.
Switch on that feeling of home. Switch on happiness. Switch on kindness. Switch on unforgettable moments. This Christmas, switch on the joy with B Mobile.
Hey, every Christmas Santa have one plan to make sure he get his blue ribbon hat. Forget the rest, this is the one, the bestest in ham blue ribbon.
Even Santa knows a Christmas ham is a blue ribbon ham. Whether it's pork, beef, chicken, or even turkey hams, Blue Ribbon has hams for everyone.
Forget the rest, this is the one, the bestest in ham blue ribbon.
A Christmas ham is a blue ribbon ham. Get yours today.
It's a Merry Christmas sale at Passage de Food King. Celebrate with savings on Aaron Fan Family Picnic Ham, bone in 7.5 to 8 pounds, $164.99. Swiss pineapples, slices and chunks, 20 ounces, 2 tins, now 30. Fresh harvest to green pigeon peas, 2 tins, $18.99. Santa Rosa chicken Vienna sausages, 4 tins, 20. Flemish non-alcoholic wine, 2 bottles, $39.99. Swiss pasticots, 4 packs, now 20. Crown Parboiled rice, 2 kilograms, 2 packs, now $32. Catelli tomato ketchup, 750 ml, 3 packs, 20. Prego Italian sauce, 14 ounces, $24.99. Habibi soybean oil, 1 liter, 2 bottles, $29.99. Matuk's peanut butter, 250 grams, 2 tubs, $19.99. Great Foods picnic ham, boneless, 5.5 pounds, $114.99. Deals valid until January 11 or while stocks last. And this Christmas, we're giving you 5 times the joy. Shop for your chance to win 1 of 5 brand new Toyota Tasers. Plus, enter to win 5 Whirlpool stoves, 5 twin top washers, 5 microwaves, and so much more.
Quality value, that's our way. The real Bushans, we're here to stay. The food keep us
Hold everything. Bright Ideas has officially unleashed the Christmas sale of the year, starting with 50% off all Christmas decor and 50% off all toys. Fill those gift lists for literally half the price. Where's the ultimate family present? A 50-inch smart TV for just $22.99, or grab 2 for only $4,500. Share more love with the 55-inch for $28.99, or 32-inch for only $9.99. Get 25% off chandeliers, 50% off artificial flowers, and up to 25% off bakeware, cookware, tableware, kitchenware, mats, mirrors, paintings, bedding, bath, and so much more. The biggest savings are happening right now. Shop early for the best selection and bring home the gifts and the chair you deserve with Bright Ideas.
Only bring on the ham, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
This year, make it a Mac Foods Christmas with Deity's favorite ham. We have pork, beef, chicken, and turkey hams, and even roasted garlic pork for the real taste of a Trinity Christmas.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas. All over the land, make it a Mac Foods Christmas. The best tasting ham.
Make it a Mac Foods Christmas.
It's Christmas time, let the fiesta begin. Basket Superstore, come and step right in. Pots and pans shining, cookware so bright. Mini appliances ready for your Christmas night. Pretty decorations dancing with cheer. Toys for the children waiting right here. Curtains and bedding sparkle and flow. Everything to make your home glow. Arima Golf View, Pino come true. Bring alegria and Christmas to you. Food Basket Superstore, shine so bright. Big deals, big joy, everything right. Food Basket Superstore, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Do you also find putting on shoes awkward? Do it like me. Put them on easily without using your hands. It's like an invisible shoehorn helping you step right into the shoe. You don't even have to bend down. Just slide your foot in and you're done. Try it. Skechers Slip. Hands free.
Fill your sleigh with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Fruit Basket. Eve Fruit Cocktail 2 for $21.95. Coca-Cola and Sprite 2 liter 2 for $19.95. Frutal 1 liter assorted 2 for $24.95. Danish butter cookies $19.95. Soft and Pretty bathroom tissue 12 pack for $18.95. Crown Parboiled rice 8 kg $69.95. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Fruit Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
Now for some good news. Hunter Paul Campo has been found alive after spending 2 nights lost in the Guayaguayari forest.
The 49-year-old Valencia resident went missing Saturday during his first hunting trip in the area. He was picked up in Rio Claro around 11 a.m., about 9 miles from where he was last seen. Hunters Search and Rescue Team Captain Valence Rambarat, who joined villagers, hunters and the police in the search, said Campo suffered minor cuts, a thumb laceration, insect bites and swollen ankles from trekking through dense forest. Campo told rescuers he survived by drinking water and following the pipeline until he found his way out. So some good news there as we head to some sports with Joe Van now, who's here to tell us that Scarborough Secondary avoided relegation.
Indeed, Ryan, a slim win secures Tobago's third berth in the 2026 SSFL Premiership Division as Samoa dropped down to the championship. And at the other end of the spectrum, some veterans turn back the clock as Arima over 40 ends in style. Sport is up next.
Christmas time, let the fiesta begin. Baskin Superstore, come and step right in. Pots and pans shining, cookware so bright. Mini appliances ready for your Christmas night. Pretty decorations, dancing with cheer. Toys for the children waiting right here. Curtains and bedding, sparkle and flow. Everything to make your home glow. Arima go few, Pino come true. Bring alegria and Christmas to you. Food Basket Superstore shine so bright. Big deals, big joy, everything right. Food Basket Superstore, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
His room! I eat it ham with my pastel. Cause it bake easily. I wash it down with some sorrel. Boy, the things so juicy. A great food time, a great food time, a great food time. I easy bake ham, a great food time, a great food time. I easy bake ham every time we param. Is easy bake ham, Christmas or carnival. Is easy bake ham. Great foods, the name says it all.
This Christmas, give the latest in technology with the LED Skin Rejuvenation Mask. You can reduce fine lines and wrinkles, treat acne and brighten the skin. Also, get the 100% pure copper mugs that's handcrafted and pure food grade. Enhance your drinks, kill bacteria and lower the risk of cancer. Catch our specials on attractive magnetic copper bracelets, relieve arthritis pains in the wrists and fingers. Available exclusively at Modern Caribbean Enterprises Limited. Shop now and get special discounts, free giveaways plus $100 off detox spa sessions. Call 610-9011.
Fill your slate with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Fruit Basket. Globe grapes, $21.95 per pound. Potatoes, buy 10 pounds, get 5 pounds free. Minced beef, 4 pounds for $100. Sunland chicken breast, 4 pounds, $94.95. Butterball turkey boneless breast, 3 pounds, $124.95. Great Food smoked beef ham, $149.95. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Fruit Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
This coming Wednesday, 17th December, is the last day to buy your winning ticket for
the Queen's Royal College 3-car raffle. First prize is a luxurious, fully loaded Royal Ride Ford Ranger. Draw date Saturday, December 20th at the school. Tickets only $100. All proceeds for the further uplifting of the school. Tickets available at islandetickets.com. Lewis Appliances, Quarter Tragrit Road and Edward Street. Caribbean Jewelers, Trent City Mall. Mandarin Mini Mart St. Anne's. A. Moses and Sons, 181 Tragrit Road. Quaysay Supermarket, Calcutta Road number 2. Strive Restaurant and Bar, Mukarapa Road. Unique Tire Shop, Gopal Avenue, Tegomartin. First Priority Music, Gulf City Mall. SNSR Food Center, Princesstown. Quaysay Best Price, St. Mary's Junction. Romaines Hardware, Maraval. Cascade Minimart. Kelly Supermarket, Tegomartin Main Road. And at the following NP Quick Shops: Morva Junction, Saddle Road, San Juan, and Dinsley Junction.
Don't be lucky and coward. Get your tickets now.
Queen's Royal College Christmas 3-car raffle.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Do enjoy, Stacey. You want some coffee?
Can I have the bill?
Perfect then.
That's exactly what we need.
Hey, the pool is this way.
Whatever you're here for, we're here for you. Stay smart at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Unwrap the biggest Christmas sale of the year. Complete a single vision eyewear from just $279. Or complete single vision transition lenses with designer frames for only $699. Available while stocks last. And many more in-store specials available. Only at Seaview Optical.
Into the delicious quality delights you know and love. Devon Creams. Smiles in every bite.
Food Basket Marketplace. Season of Savings. Arima, Shagona, Chamflair, and Gulfview. Small turkeys, $99. Non-alcoholic wine, $19.95 each. Buy 5, get 1 free. Waffy wafer, $4.95 each. Buy 4, get 1 free. Beer Drax can case, $159.95. Butter cookies, $19.95 each. Buy 5, get 1 free. Gala apples, 10 for $20. Red seedless grapes, $19.95 per pound. Food Basket Marketplace. Season of Savings. Arima, Shagona, Chamflair, and Gulfview.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business, and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home, and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Welcome back. It's time for sport. The West Indies is keen on squaring the Test series against New Zealand, with the third and final test starting tomorrow at the Bay Oval. Reflecting on the second test, which the visitors lost by 9 wickets, West Indies batting coach Floyd Reefer wants his charges to take more control of the match. Ian Wilson explains.
After a creditable performance in the drawn first test at Christchurch, mainly through the efforts of Justin Graves, Shiv Hoop, Kemar Roach and Tejanarang Chandapol, West Indies were back in familiar territory, with the batsmen failing to fire in their second test at Wellington, which they eventually lost by 9 wickets. Batting coach Floyd Reefer, who praised Graves' efforts in reaching a double turn at Christchurch, echoed head coach Darren Sammy's sentiments over the weekend and wants to see the batsmen do better and make better use of the starts they have been getting in the middle.
You can see that we didn't control the game for long enough periods of times, especially in the batting department, where we put ourselves in good positions and then never really continue. So going into this game, this is something that we spoke about, and it's something that we want to improve on in terms of when we're in control of the situation, to stay in control for longer periods of time.
The pitch for the third and final test looks similar to the first two, and the former Barbadian batsman is calling for more application from the men with a willow in the final match of the series.
All the pitches here are green, but I still think that the first 2 days is good for bowling. The ball would nip around a lot here in New Zealand. So it's just a matter of, like I said, respecting the starts. There's certain shots you can and cannot play, earlier in New Zealand with the new ball. So just, staying disciplined, and for players to take more responsibility in terms of how they go about the innings.
However, the Windies will have to do without Tej Chandapol, who has not recovered from the side strain which kept him out of the second test at Basin Reserve. West Indies have not won a match on New Zealand soil since 1995, and a victory can not only salvage a series draw at 1-1, but break a 30-year drought down under. Ian Wason, CNC3 Sport.
In football, Jamaica and Indy Premier secured opening day wins when the Jewels of the Caribbean Women's Football Tournament kicked off yesterday at the Hazley Crawford Stadium. Caston Cupid has the highlights from the 11-goal doubleheader.
In the first match, the SSFL Future Stars took on Jamaica under-17s. The deadlock was broken in the 35th minute when Nicolette Prendergast sent home a beauty of a free kick, 1-0 Jamaica. 2 minutes later, Jamara Jones made it 2-0 for the Reggae Girls. Shaquila Daniel found her range in the 36th and pulled one back for the Future Stars from distance. But the visitors will take a 3-1 lead into the interval after Riquana Richards netted on the stroke of half-time thanks to some poor defending. Daniel got her brace in the 54th, keeping the SSFL Future Stars within touching distance, 3-2. However, Richards got her brace in the 85th. After being fouled in the box, she got up and sent home the penalty. Then Elizabeth Miller's injury time tap-in sealed the 5-2 win for Jamaica. In the second encounter, TNT Under-17s took on Indy Premier SC. It was all one-way traffic in this one, as Indy putting on a dominant performance. They got 2 goals on either side of the half. The first from Olivia Jones in the 12th minute, Skylar Muller in the 35th, Jones again in the 59th, cleaning up the scraps. Then she turned provider for Ashlyn Basil in the 65th for the 4-0 win, moving to the top of the 14 group. Castan Cupid, CNC3 Sport.
Scarborough Secondary banished Sawa North Secondary to the Championship Division of the Secondary Schools Football League when the two met yesterday in a rescheduled Premier Division fixture. Again, here's Castan Cupid with the highlights in this report.
The do-or-die relegation battle for both teams was played in Tobago at the Shaw Park Recreational Ground. Scarborough stated their intentions from early, testing the Sawa custodian. The boys from Book responded, but the free kick sailed over the bar. Then again, but the finishing was poor. It went back and forth, but goalless at the break. The hosts got the all-important goal in the 74th, a catastrophic error from the keeper, letting Jaheim Tony. That was the goal that sent Sawa North down to the Championship Division, while Scarborough survived in the 1-1 final. The relegation battle currently shows Scarborough jumping from 15th to now 11th with 14 points. Sawa North and Carby Chima are the relegated teams, while St. Augustine may have a lifeline to force a stay of demotion if they get to play the game against Signal Hill, in which they won the appeal. Castan Cupid, CNC3 Sport.
Thanks, Castan. Now, elsewhere, Calvary Next Generation took the top prize in the Arima Over 40 Football League last Friday, courtesy a comprehensive 3-0 win over Lahokata United. Here's more from the Arima Velodrome with Samaki Felician.
With years of top-flight experience on both sides, the Arima Over 40 League final between Calvary Next Generation in light blue and Lahokata United in dark blue was always expected to be a chess match. Calvary looked like the sharper side from the opening whistle, controlling possession and applying early pressure. That approach paid off when former Defence Force player Christopher Durity broke the deadlock, giving Calvary the early lead. Lahokata United tried to respond, but Calvary continued to press, and before the break, Keon Edwards capitalized to extend the lead and put Calvary 2-0 up at half-time. The second half saw both teams trade chances, with Lahokata searching for a way back and Calvary staying disciplined at the back. The final blow came from a set piece as Durity stepped up once more, this time from a free kick to put the game beyond doubt. And when the final whistle blew, they stood as Arima Over 40 League champions. Earlier in the evening, the third-place playoff saw Strappers United in red face off against Guston Is Love in green. Guston Is Love struck first as a well-weighted through ball picked out Lyndon Emmons, who made no mistake with the finish. They would then put the result beyond doubt when Michael Adam found the back of the net, securing a 2-0 victory and the third-place finish. Samaki Felician, CNC3 Sport.
And finally, there's a jewel in tonight's high. Enjoy.
Jamaica's Nicolette Prendergast scored the first goal of the tourney, and what a strike it was. Yes. So Nicolette, for that beauty of a goal, opening your account in fantastic fashion, you earn tonight's CNC3 Sport High.
That's a jewel of a goal.
Of course, and the tournament continues tonight.
Thanks very much, Jovan. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Hold everything. Bright Ideas has officially unleashed the Christmas sale of the year, starting with 50% off all Christmas decor and 50% off all toys. Fill those gift lists for literally half the price. Don't miss the ultimate family present. A 50-inch smart TV for just $22.99, or grab 2 for only $4,500. Share more love with the 55-inch for $28.99, or 32-inch for only $9.99. Get 25% off chandeliers, 50% off artificial flowers, and up to 25% off bakeware, cookware, tableware, kitchenware, mats, mirrors, paintings, bedding, bath, and so much more. The biggest savings are happening right now. Shop early for the best selection and bring home the gifts and the chair you deserve with Bright Ideas.
Dress like you mean business. At The Working Woman, we bring you stylish, professional looks made for the modern woman. From casual to formal workwear, we've got your professional wardrobe covered.
It's that time again, when the smell of black cake fills the air and laughter feels just a little bit sweeter. A time for family, for memories that never fade, and moments that feel just like home.
This Christmas, Southern Food Basket is bringing back the magic with the Dream Home Christmas Makeover.
Spend $200 or more and you could win amazing prizes, even a full home makeover during our 12 days of Christmas celebration.
Shop, win, celebrate. Make your Christmas merry, bright, and brand new. Only at Southern Food Basket.
Southern Food Basket, bringing back the magic of a Trinidad Christmas.
Magical Expressions Limited is the largest local importer and distributor of fresh cut stems, offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us today at 701-6488, 701-6680, 728-6786, or visit our website to order.
This December, John Thomas presents Believe, a Soulful Christmas, a night of spectacle, spirit, and soul-stirring music that celebrates the holiday season like never before. Join us on December the 20th and 21st at Queen's Hall for 2 unforgettable nights of the most soulful holiday hits, featuring the Believe Signature Collective. John Thomas presents Believe, a Soulful Christmas. Get your tickets now at the Queen's Hall box office or queenshalltt.com. Believe, a soulful Christmas.
Fill your sleigh with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Food Basket. Forte Frost straight cut fries, 2.5 kg for $69.95. Country Pride all-purpose flour, 2 kg, 2 for $24.95. Swiss pineapple chunks and slices, 2 for $23.95. Richport vegetable oil, 3 liters, $39.95. Aqua Pure 330 ml, 5 cases for $100. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
There's a brand new energy taking over our country. Feel the pulse when your day demands energy and focus. Grab a pulse and get charged. Feel the pulse of TNT. Our people, our energy, our spirit. Pulse, the brand new affordable energy drink, available nationwide.
Struggling with blood sugar swings, high blood pressure, or stiff joints? Take control with Aja Nutrition's powerful wellness trio. Berberine Plus supports healthy blood sugar. Blood pressure support helps keep your pressure in check. And Joint Aid keeps your joints moving so you can stay active every day. Don't wait. Choose Aja Nutrition for trusted, effective solutions. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Feel better, move better, live better with Aja Nutrition.
It's a Merry Christmas sale at the Sonsky Food King. Celebrate with savings on creamery ice cream, 2 gallons assorted $99. Coca-Cola 2 liter, 2 bottles now $19.99. Imperial margarine 3 sticks $18. Sopro powder all-in-1 degreaser 1 liter $21.99. Split peas dal 400 grams, 3 packs at $12.99. Ibis all-purpose flour 10 kilograms $64.99. Poppins potato chips 2 tins now $20. Eve evaporated milk 250 ml 3 packs $18. Fresh Harvest sweetened condensed milk 3 tins now $25. Gala apple 10 for $20. Carrots 1 pound 3 packs at $20. Dutch potato 5 pounds now $10. To Jordan broccoli mix 2 packs at $30. Milano pasta lasagna 400 grams 2 boxes now $23.99. Deals valid until January 11th or while stocks last. And this Christmas we're giving you 5 times the joy. Shop for your chance to win 1 of 5 brand new Toyota Tasers. Plus enter to win 5 Whirlpool stoves, 5 twin top washers, 5 microwaves, and so much more.
Quality value, that's our way. Our real Bushshots, we're here to stay. The food keep us shots.
Visit Tire Clinic Marketing, New Truck and OTR Tire Service Center at number 30 and 32 Montrose Main Road, Chaguanas. Call today at 665-8973 or 672-3419. Alignment services available. Tire Clinic Marketing, Truck and OTR Service Center. A tire for every need.
Fill your sleigh with the best for less Christmas specials at Southern Food Basket. Goya Spanish capers, 2.5 ounces, $18.50. Carbonella stuffed olive sachets, 18 grams, 3 for $24.95. Valentino non-alcoholic sparkling wine, $19.95. Pringles assorted, 148 grams, $19.95. Quattro cookies, $24.95. With every $200 you spend at any Southern Food Basket, you can qualify to win a dream Christmas home makeover with over 100 appliances to be won.
families of kidnapped victims Derek Tardy and his wife Clara Bell are still hoping for their safe return, even as they remain in the hands of their abductors. They were reportedly taken from their home on Mona's Island on December 13th. Relatives received a ransom demand of US $2.5 million. However, there were reports that this was later reduced to 100,000 TT dollars. Tardy's son Philip has not given any further updates to the media, as well as Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara. Regionally, Antigua and Barbuda and Dominica are now subject to new United States travel restrictions.
The measures signed by U.S. President Donald Trump cite concerns over vetting in the country's citizenship by investment programs. Taking effect on January 1st, 2026, the restrictions will partially suspend entry for nationals of both countries seeking immigrant status and several non-immigrant visas, including visitor and student visas. U.S. authorities say these countries' practice of offering citizenship without residency creates vulnerabilities in identity verification. Consular officers have also been directed to reduce the validity of other non-immigrant visas. The move is part of a wider expansion of earlier bans, which the White House says are intended to protect national security. The list will be reviewed every 180 days.
On a lighter note now, the Hollows in the Queen's Park Savannah is one of Trinidad's favorite picnic spots. But over the weekend, the baskets were a little sweeter than usual.
But Vita, this wasn't just a Christmas picnic, it was a Christmas cake-nic. Liana Maharaj and Ricardo St. Bernard explain.
It's not your average picnic, it's a cake-nic.
Well, a cake-nic is essentially a cake picnic. It's where we bring a bunch of bakers, non-bakers, just anybody that loves cake. We bring them all together and we put the cakes on a table. We go around in groups and we just take as much slices as we want.
Samaru says she was inspired by a cake-nic she attended in San Francisco last year and wanted to spread that joy in TNT. After hosting her first event in June, the response was so sweet, attendees begged for another. And this one came just in time for Christmas.
It's a Christmas-themed cake-nic, so you'll see a lot of Christmas-decorated cakes, black cake, just different Christmas-inspired cakes.
I was thinking something traditional, sorrel being the top of my mind, and I said red velvet would have been the best thing to pair it with. And then what goes better with red velvet than coconut cream cheese frosting?
I brought a dulce de leche cake with a cherry reduction topped with fresh strawberries, and pomegranate juice is also incorporated into the cherry reduction. I retail fresh fruits and berries, and I basically got a little inventive with it and decorated, use my imagination a bit.
I had 2 cake pans, a small heart and a big one, and I baked both of them together, and I used confetti thing inside of it. It was kind of hard because I had to put in the oven on my own and set the oven, and the spreading part was also hard, but I figured it out.
From professional bakers to first-time decorators, this cake-nic was no cake-tastrophe, but a sweet reminder that the Christmas spirit comes in many flavors, and it's best shared one slice at a time. Liana Maharaj, CNC3 News.
So one of the least things known about me probably is that I'm a really, really big cake fan. I do have, I'm not a big fan of marble cake, but I do love a really good chocolate cake with great icing on it. How about you?
I would have to say chocolate and coffee flavored.
Coffee flavored.
Oh yeah, coffee is a favorite of mine as well. But I like to keep it simple, not too many decorations or toppings on it.
I sit not too far from Jovan, so I'm thinking carrot cake.
Carrot cake and kiss ice kiss cake.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
That's definitely
a key ingredient for me. Icing.
No, I have a question. Can any of you all actually bake a cake?
I can.
All right. So we got our answer.
Betty Crocker. Let's leave it there for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the CNC3 7 o'clock news. I'm Ryan Beachu.
I'm Bhavita Gopalchan.
I'm Jovan Ravello.
And I'm Jean-Marc Rampersad. Have a good night.